Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new video. And this week on the Magic Roundabout we have got a Dinky Toys Ford Zodiac. If I remember rightly, it's the Mark 4 Zodiac. This one's looking a bit sad. In fact, it's looking a lot sad. So, as you watch this go around, as usual, I'd like to thank all my old subscribers, or my regular subscribers, should I say. Can't really call you old because some of you aren't. So my regular subscribers, and I'd like to welcome any new subscribers on board. Thank you very much, and I hope you stick with me. Right, that being said, let's get off the magic and have a good look at it. Okay then, let's have a look at this Zodiac. There you go, Ford Zodiac. Right, closer look. Got a couple of dual headlights missing out of there. Front bumper's complete. Got a bit of paint on the glass, but otherwise not too bad. Same as the back. There's a little square jewel missing there, but he's got the complete front bumper. Door missing, snapped off. Okay, got the tyres. It's got one post at the front, which already drilled that out, save a bit of time. Okay, and this was a dome head, so you had to flatten it with a file. Get your file, and I suggest use one with a point on because there's a bit of a recess there. Flatten it out with this, then give it a centre punch. Get your middle, then drill out. Take your mushroom off. Right, these, you often see these are broken doors at the back. Same as I think it's a Mercedes limousine and one or two others. Now, you can't open this back door without partially opening that front door. I'll show you, look. You can only open that door as far as there. Hence why they get broke off, because kids or whatever just pull it and break it off. That's why that's broke off there. It's something to do with, if you look and you pull it, I'll try and show you. If you look at the door, joint of the door, the hinge, that. When we get a screwdriver, it might be easy to show you this way. You'll see what happens. Look, you see that's, get here. It's catching there. See it? Catching along that line there. So when you go and try and open it, it hits that and breaks. Not a very good design. So you have to open the front door partially, and then you can open the back door fully. Okay, and also you'll see a lot of these, especially where they've got no glass in the sides, that the window frame itself is pushed in at the top. I've pulled that out slightly. They get pushed in at the top. That's because people are closing them like that rather than like that. They get older and pick and close them like that. Anyway, that's that. Open the bonnet. This one didn't have an engine in it. It's got an opening boot. Nothing in it though. No treasures in there. So, I bought a parts car. So that's over here in bits. In there. To salvage the parts off. I needed a door. I needed an engine. And they had a couple of tyres on it. Those as well. But I was missing the door cards at the back. So I did a deal with my friend Mr. Howell, Ian Howell, and he wanted a windscreen, and he got a couple of spare door cards. So I did a swap. I took the windscreen out of my donor car, sent him that, and he sent me the door cards. So that was a bonus. And he sent me a spare VAT form windscreen, which he got out of one of his cars, which looked like a homemade one. But anyway, let's get this apart. Say one post at the front, lift it up, and it comes out, wiggles out the back here somewhere. If I remember rightly. It's a bit tight getting it out, but get it out anyway. There it is, just that whole tongue there sits under the back. So you've got metal sprung suspension, as they go. We can pull them out easy enough. 1, 2. A note on these axles, these are the ones with the, notice the wheel, it's got the ridge on it, because these are the hollow tyres. So you've got to remember, if you can get one with the tyres on it, all well and good, but these have got that, there's a hollow in there. If not, you're going to have to buy some. Yeah, so if you're looking for one of these on eBay, try and get it with the tyres. If not, you're going to be prepared to buy some. Okay, Model Supplies and 1 or 2 others sell them, so you're okay with that. So there's your axles. That's your interior. The bonnet is held in by the interior. I think it's a usual format. You've got to open the doors to get the interior out. Usually happens on these sort of things. There we go. Try and get it out. Now the bonnet will fall out now because you've opened the doors, so the bonnet would come out. You might have to jiggle around with it to get the, you might have to take the back doors out. They come out easy enough. They just lift up and pull them out that way. That way. That one's broken, so it doesn't really matter how that one comes out. Because some of these interiors are held in, the boot drops out as well. Some of these are held in by the doors or the door mechanism. That's the other door gone. It's not pretty, but it's coming out. The doors should come out now. It's that broken one, what's catching it in a minute. That broken one there. It's got it. Lift the interior out. This one, different to the police one. The police one's got a driver. This one doesn't have a driver. Windscreen, no rivet in that. It just drops out, which is good. So you've got your boot off because that just sits in there, like they mostly do. Just sits in there like that. Your back bumper looks like you just push it out, but you have to be careful with it. Got that much paint on it, and there's a little bit of the corner missing there. Look, you see that? Look. So I'm gonna have to try and see if I can get the other bumper off the back of this one and nick the other corner. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and, yeah, it does come out, but because it's got a lot of paint on it, you have to be so careful. That's it, it's got it. Trying to force it with a screwdriver. Front one, over 2 pins. There again, you've got to be careful with these. You might just be able to get away with lifting your screwdriver underneath that peg. We'll try. Just to loosen them off a little bit. So that one's going over. And that one's hopefully all got out. It's coming now. Just gently though. Gently Bentley. Gently Bentley. Pull that out. That's got your dual headlights. We'll stick this in the oven cleaner, get all the paint off. Okay. Right, and you're left with the body shell. That's it. This one looks like it's been painted silver, this one. I think the real Zodiacs, they did some silver ones. This one I don't know. I'll have to check. But it's not going to be the same colour now. It's going to be like a, I'm going to do like a, I'm not sure, grey silver. I'm leaning towards that. Because I did have a go on one of these once. A chap I used to know had one of these. And I said, well, can I have a go? And he let me have a go in it. And I tell you what, flipping heck. Talk about, you aimed it round the corners. You didn't drive around the corner, you aimed it. It's a little badge on the bonnet there. You just had to aim the thing around the corner because it's a bloody great long bonnet on it. But ever so comfortable inside, really nice. And there's that much bonnet space. Look, they even put the spare wheel there. Yeah, and the engine behind. Okay, I've got the engine. It's in here. Let me show you. In this spares box. There it is. The little engine. Yeah. Right, so it's stripping timing. I'll get myself a little box to put all the bits. Oh, the door cards. These will come out. Should be able to get these out. They should just poke out like that. Get them all out. You don't want to stick these in the caustic and ruin them because they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. Yeah, it looks like it's been painted over red to me. So that's 3. I've got the other door card in here. It's in one of these other doors. There. Take that out. So, yeah, he sent me 2 door cards over, one on each one. Okay, so that's that. The other interior in the police car has got the driver in it. See, it's a lot different colour. It's a lot different colour. This is brighter than that one. Got driver. So now I've got a spare driver. Right, so that's it then. The plastic parts will go in the oven cleaner to get all the horrible paint off. And these bits will go in the stripper. And then there we go. We're on it. Okay. Okay, caustic soda time on the Zephyr. Kettle's boiled. Everything's in. See what we can do. Put that in there. The rinsing tank. Let's get some caustic in there then, see what happens. Fizzing away. Sometimes you've got to give that extra bit of zinc to get it going. And we'll have a look, see what we got. Trying to get my hairy arm in the way this time. Says he, going across the camera. I'm hoping it's not going to take so long. Get it off here. Yeah, it's coming off. But it didn't take too long. Well, the red is anyway. I don't know about the other. Yeah, looking good. Looking good on that bit. Let's have a look at the bonnet. Something on that, it's, see that, not sure what that is. That might have to take a bit of time in there. It looks like a silver base coat or something. Anyway, we're going to leave that in there. We know it's coming off. Any more in there, just chop that up. We'll give that a few minutes and then we'll get it out and we'll have a look at it for cleaning up. Right, just an update. We're at the stripper. I tell you, to be honest with you, it took me a long time to strip this paint. Came out of stripper, I would say 60% paint removal, and I had to put it in the other stripper, in the normal paint stripper to get it off. I've been doing a lot of fettling with this and filing. If you can see, it's blotchy. The casting is very patchy, with all different colours, darker and lighter. As you can see, it looks almost mottled all the way through. Yeah. So I've done some filing. There was some blistering in certain areas, if I can find it now. It was on this front wing there at the top there. There was some blistering. So I filed it and sanded it. Not blistering as in like pitch. It was just where it seemed to be, the die cast seemed to be flaking a little bit. So I got that off both sides. There's one or two places I had to file along there. A little bit in there. But you can see all the discoloration, all the blotching. Looks like a side of a Messerschmitt 109. But we got there in the end. Got that done. Cleaned the base up, even blotching on the base, look here. So whether it was a bad mixture, I've come across this one or two times, once or twice, shall I say, on different castings. Obviously, the more castings you do, the more differences you see between them. The bonnet, I had to do the same with the bonnet. I had to work on that. Run the file down both sides of these. So it might be a bit shiny, so to say, to get the flakiness off. But we got there in the end. The doors, as you remember, one of them was dodgy. This one, it was all bent and twisted on the frame. I managed to get that straight now. Best I can anyway. And it's a bit thin there, so I don't want to be hammering it around too much. You can see it's quite thin at the top there, look. So I don't want to be hammering that too much and breaking it. So all the doors are done. So it's all cleaned up, that lot. So that's ready for primer. And I'll see when I primed it if I need to do any more sanding. But I don't think so. I think I've got it cracked. But it's took a while to get to this stage, to be honest with you. A lot of messing about that has. So things to do. I've got the windscreen to do. I'll demonstrate that because it's got quite a nice scuffs on that, so that should come out quite nice. So I'll demonstrate that. I've done the wheels. They're all polished up. They're okay. I need to get another tyre. The interior. I'm going to use the interior at the police vehicle. I've took the man out because one of the door pins I noticed on the other door had broken off at the top, and it got itself embedded inside there and on the other interior, and I couldn't get it out. I tried, but the more you messed about with it, the wider the hole got. So I'm not going to bother. This is going to be resprayed anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's where we are with that. Got some paint left on there I've got to get off. Like I say, this paint's been very stubborn on this one. So that's where we are. So the next stage I'm going to get is primed. Get all the body primed. I dry fitted it and I've got it best I can. So I'll get all the base, the body all primed. And while that's done, we'll have a look at it afterwards. And then we'll see about a colour for it. And then we'll be looking at the getting the screen and everything else done. Okay, so next thing, we'll get the primer done and we'll come back and have a look at the primed. Okay, we're back. I had a problem with the camera then, it wouldn't make a video. Right, this is the grey, the primer. Went on rather nice. So that's all good to go. Roo came out nice. So we're all good to go. Now, I've been tossing and turning about the colour for this thing. They made quite a few colours in the real Zodiac, but I'm leaning more towards this jade metallic. Quite like this with a red interior, but this might change. I've got about 3 or 4 different tins up there, and I'm just, you know what it's like when you're thinking, what colour shall I do it? I've looked at images and there's loads of different colours on there. So, you know, there's golds, whites, dark blues, light blues, metallic blues, light metallic, dark metallic, you know, greens, dark greens. So I'm thinking, well, it doesn't really bloody matter really at the end of the day. So I'm just trying to think, this is a nice bright colour. I've been a big car. So I'm leaning towards this. But we'll see. It might change when I get over there and start spraying. I think now, sod it, I'll change it. Because I do tend to change my mind at the last minute. So anyway, so we're all primed up. The interior is all primed up, ready to go. I've done and repainted the interior because all the door panels are different colours, so they might as well all be one. Okay, so it's going to be a surprise. When I finish painting it, I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, so I'll see you in a minute when it's painted. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick demo on the glass. Now, as you can see, pretty much scuffed up. I've done the back. That's come out all right. I'm going to give you a quick demo. This is what I use, these sort of things. I've got some of my older ones. I get these from any cheap shop that sells women's nail files or whatever, you know. They're not expensive. And they got on them, look, numbers. Number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So anyway, I'm going to quick demo on this one. So if you've got a pretty sort of scuff like that one is, you can go with a number 1. Alright. You don't have to go mad. Nice and light. Depending how deep your scratches are. Just support the screen with your finger underneath it, and don't go to you'll crack the screen if you're not careful. So this is what I do with these. I mean, it probably takes me roughly about half an hour, so I'm not going to film video. I'm just going to show you how to do it. So you start off with your rough one. Then you go on number 2, grade it down a little bit, okay, and then you go number, where is it, number 3, and you work your way up to the polishing stage. I mean, this might not be perfect because I'm just doing it as a demo, because I don't want this to be half an hour added onto the video. I will do a separate video, short one, on cleaning screens, paint removal, and sanding and polishing. So I'm just going to show you this one. So that's number 3. Then we go number 4. You can get straight ones of these. This is the first time I've used a curve one. I've got a straight one over there, but it's getting knackered now. So then you go to number 4. Let me find number 5. Yeah, number 5 is over here. Number 5. And you just work your way around. There you go. And then finally you got your polishing number 6. That's how you do it. Do it in your grades. I mean, this wants a lot more doing yet to get it right. Then you have your buffer. I mean, it's a bit better than what it was, but it really needs me to spend time with this. But that's how you do it. You can get one of those dead cheap, use it, polish it up, and then you put it in your clear, or if you want to put Ultrasol on it, do that if you want to. Then dip it in your clear liquid, polish it up. I mean, this is what it'll come out like that. Nice and clear, nice and clean. Okay? Alright? Okay, there you go. That is considerably better than what it was. There is a really deep scratch in there. and unless it looks worse on the camera because it's close up, but unless I sand that virtually, it's not a crack, it's a real deep scratch. So I'm not going to go too far with this, but you can see how much better is that than when we started. So with a bit of time, a bit of patience and a bit of elbow grease, you'll be fine. This one's dipping in the liquid now, and we're good to go. Okay, all painted. I changed the colour. That jade, it didn't suit the red interior at all, so I've changed it to this colour, which is, I think, is quite nice, very nice. And they have sort of, it's similar to one or two colours that they actually came in, and the colour is this Vauxhall Moorland Metallic. Yeah, and I think it's quite nice, quite well suits us. That's Vauxhall Moorland Metallic. So that's that. So that's all the body painted, and it came out quite nice. All those blemishes. Yeah, I've whacked the engine in. I haven't done any detail on this engine because, to be honest with you, it's just a bit of chrome lump. There's no detail really on the engine to do. So I've just put that back in. Okay, base is all done. Put the wheels and tyres back on. That's all done, ready to go. As I say, all the doors and stuff is all painted. The bonnet is all painted. All the bits and pieces are painted. Front grille. And I'll put the dual headlights back in. They are slightly different colour. I don't know why some of these are different colours than others, but they are. It's all plastic. I've not used a Molotov on this. I'm not a great lover of a Molotov. It has got its uses. So this is a chrome silver spray paint. So that's in with a number plate on it. The back is done, but if you notice, there's a white piece there. Now that is some clear glue. I use this. It is crystal clear, so that will dry clear. So I'm going to put a bit of red, Tamiya red clear in there just to do that, because there's one missing and I hadn't got a square one. I tried cutting a square one, but it was near impossible. So that's all done. I did a dry run, and I must admit I've got to take some of this, sand some of this back at the back here, where it fits in there, because with the base plate and this going in, it's very, very tight. So we're basically waiting for that to dry now, so I can put a bit of red on there, and then we can assemble it. This is going to be one of those octopus assemblies where you need about 10 pairs of hands. So this should be interesting without scratching it. Okay, so the next step is assembly. Okay, assembly time. Here we go. This is going to be tricky. Trust me. All right. Put the window unit in first. Drop that in. We'll get the doors in first, front doors, right way around. Hook them in, the usual format we're putting doors in. Excuse me. You can, if you want to, use tape to hold things together, but unfortunately, tape is good. But because this has only been painted and dried overnight, well, it's overnight and a bit more, to be honest with you, I don't want to put tape on it. Right, now, there's two lugs there, one there and one there, and they marry up with these two lugs in the front of there. So this is where we've got to get it just right and keep the doors in the right place. So if I try and get this in the right place, it's not easy by no means. I think that's got it. Make sure the bonnet's straight, yeah. I think that one's gone in, door's gone in all right. Try this one. That one's gone in all right. So that's good. That's a bonus. That's gone in. So you've got to get them on them lugs. If you don't, the base won't fit. Now the boot, I deliberately didn't put the boot on because I think I can drag this bit down slightly just to pop the boot in. Cock that up and drop the boot in there. I think that's got it. Let me just check. Oh, got something on my hand there. Where's my handy screwdriver? There it is. That's it. Not the greatest fitting boot in the world, is it? But it's in. Right, so that's them. Right, just trying to think of the next move now. Yeah, let me get this. What's that? Get that out of the way. Get this in there. Click that in. That's okay. Right, doors. Now we should be able to get these. I'm trying to think the best way around. Get these doors in. So open the front one. You should be able to twist that up into there. To make life a little bit easier. You can. I'll lift the base at the back slightly. Watch the boot will fall out now. Like I said, this one is tricky. I've never done one before, so those of you who've done 2 or 3 of these will probably be saying, oh, you do it like this and do it like that. Right, that one's in. That one's come out of this hole. I'll leave that for a minute. Once they're in, aren't they? So I'll get this one in. Got it. Come on, get in. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. On the hole. That one's popped out there, so that one's in. Get that back in. I tell you, it's certainly a jiggery pokery, but we'll get it. We will get it. We will not be beaten. We will not be beaten. This is not shutting very well. That's better in there. That's got it. That's better. Right, there. Right, sorry about that. That bit there. But these doors are a bit rubbish fitting anyway. If you look at them, they're never any good. Right. So the base is all in. That's all in. That's all in. Get this in. Push that in. That's in there. Right, this is the bit I was telling about. It could be a bit tricky because this here, trying to get that in there. It has to go in between there, and it's it is a very tight fit, trust me. It does go, but it's tight. I mean, I had this fitted a couple of 3 times, but now it's not going to do it, is it? So you'll have to, with me, you've got to make sure this interior is bang on down to get that in there. Come on, in you go. Try taking that out first. Right, let's see if this will go in there now. I'm hoping it will. Got it. I don't know, not happy with that. It's rocking. That's got it. Right. Okay. Bit super duper. So what we have the boot opening. I'm not going to get paint on it, but doors all open, says he. Like I said before, front door has to open first. You see, even I forgot about that. So it's front doors open first. There's quite a lot of paint on there, so I have to be careful. And then the back doors. Okay, there's all the door cards. All the clean interior. Opening bonnet. There you go. Get your finger underneath there and lift the boot up. There it is. So, there you have it. Gonna get this on the magic roundabout. Okay, and we'll see it there. Okay, here we go. Dinky toys for Zodiac mk4. There you go. Bit tricky to put together, but some of them are. You know, can't have it easy, can you? Yeah, looking nice. I do like this colour actually. I'm glad I chose this colour rather than the jade. Yeah, it looks nice. Here we have it. Hello, there's a light flickering somewhere going on there. So there we have it. Number plate, K-Reg, dual headlights at the front and duals at the back. Nice clean wheels, new tyres. Yeah, a lot better than what it started with. I forgot to take the before picture. My apologies for that. I think I got carried away. So there we go, Zephyr Mark 4. Get these shut doors. There she goes. The doors on these things don't fit very well, as you'll find on most of these dinky toys, that when you got the 4 doors opening, like the Rolls Royces and all that, they're not a great fit. I mean, I did the best I can with this one, with the framework on it. But yeah, I think it looks okay. It's nice in the cabinet. Windscreen cleaned up nice. Anyway, enough of that waffle. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everybody who subscribed to my channel, and I'll try and answer all your comments within the week, probably by the Sunday. I like to call the deadline on the Sunday for answering me comments. Obviously, any more comments come in after the Sunday, I'll answer them. There we go. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.